Hello, family and friends. It's Miss Christine in Miss Christine's yoga studio. Miss Chloe has found a new rug in our hallway that I bought and is using that as a bed right now. So she's not here with us, but Miss Yogi is right back there. I am going to give you some information on the mountain pose, which I made a video for back in May 2020. This video should get attached to that video, hopefully, but it will also be here singly for you to watch. I advise you to watch that mountain pose video first and then watch this, or watch this and then watch the mountain pose video, whichever, but they do go together, and I'm hoping I can tie that in. Anyway, the first thing I want to talk about is reminders and tips and give you a checkpoint for the mountain pose. You will be standing, you will be in neutral spine through the whole pose. That is head over heart over pelvis, or in other words, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, hips over knees, and knees over ankles. You will be in that alignment through the whole mountain pose. When you're in that alignment, you will also be doing 3-part breathing. We talked about breathing earlier, and we should go over it again one of these times. But you breathe in all the way down and out all the way out. Through your chest, your ribs, your abdomen, and then you release abdomen, ribs, and chest. Kind of 3-part breathing. And you will do that in mountain pose. You do both your alignment and your 3-part breathing mindfully. Here's your checkpoints. Remember that your feet are going to be planted strongly into the ground. They can be together, or you might want them 8 to 12 inches apart if you feel a little more stable that way. Remember, the wider your stance, the more stable you will be. Your next checkpoint is your knees. You don't want them bent, but you don't want them hyperextended. You just want them soft. And it's kind of strange, but you want your knees soft, but you want your legs activated. So it's kind of, you got to find that balance. The next checkpoint is your navel. You want your navel drawn in and your tush tucked under. Next checkpoint, chest. Chest is lifted up to the heavens. Next checkpoint, shoulders down and back with your shoulder blades trying to kiss each other in the back. Neck is lengthened and up through the crown. Next checkpoint, crown, up to the heavens. That is your checkpoint. Go through that checkpoint, write it down, and watch it. You know, you can do this pose when you get up in the morning, when you get out of bed. You don't have to go to a yoga class to do this pose. This is a great pose to wake up to. The first thing you do when you get out of bed, it's great. You can have a couple of aids or props. The first prop is a wall. A wall you stand up against with your shoulders touching the wall, your butt touching the wall, flush. And the wall will not let you cheat. The wall will not let you go like this. The wall will be your spotter. You can also use a block, put it between your legs, and squeeze it to keep your legs activated. Now, there are some variations and options in the mountain pose. The first one we can get over real quick. For you chair enthusiasts, you can sit in a chair and do mountain pose. If you do, you have to be very mindful to keep your alignment. It's very easy to start sinking down. You need to keep your alignment when you're in the chair. The next variation is to take your hands are down at your sides with your palms open, put them in back of you, and pull down your hands down, point them down to the ground and pull them down. This will open your chest more and it will lengthen you more. This pose is a lengthening pose. And so the more things you can do to lengthen even more, the more benefits you will get out of this pose. The next variation is a 3-part variation. And we've already done one video using the first part of this variation. That is the volcano pose. Take your hands, put them over your head, point your fingers up to the heavens, and you're in volcano pose. We did a video on volcano pose. That's the first variation of this 3-part variation. The next part is interlace your fingers and face your palms up to the ceiling. And with an inhale, go up onto your toes. You're lengthening yourself as far as you can lengthen. Remember I used the term spaghettifying? Make yourself a piece of spaghetti. That is as far as you can lengthen yourself out in mountain pose. Put almost all of your weight on those toes and stand on them. Then exhale and come back down onto your heels. That is called the palm tree pose. Now, we can take that a little bit further. Keep your hands up and your palms pointed up to the ceiling, still with your hands interlaced. With an inhale, bend to one side. Exhale, come back up. Inhale, down to the other side. Exhale, back up. That is an extended palm tree pose. And it's really good to get into those, stretching those sides. Now I'm going to point out some of the benefits of this pose. It's very strengthening for your lower body, your legs. It can be very firming if you're very mindful about it on your abs and your bottom. It is also very strengthening for your mind-body connection because you are performing this pose very mindfully. You're putting every single part of your body where it needs to be mindfully. You're breathing into it, and that mind-body connection integrates to give you maximum benefits. Very strengthening for your mind-body connection, the mountain pose. The other benefits are it stretches all of your outer muscles, so it improves your mobility. And when your mobility improves, your flexibility improves. People can get, if they stand in this pose, they can get relief from sciatica nerve pain. And also because you're planting those feet deep into the ground, you can find, some people who have flat feet can find relief to the flat-footedness in this pose. Now I hope I have remembered all the benefits. I think I have. And I am now going to talk to you about contraindications. If you've just eaten a meal, don't do this. Let your digestion take place before you perform any kind of exercise. If you have real low blood pressure, you're like hypo, real low blood pressure. Don't perform this because this will lower your blood pressure even more. If you have high blood pressure, it may help you lower your blood pressure. But low blood pressure is probably one thing that you should watch out for in doing this pose. Excuse me. If you're an insomniac, don't do this right before you go to bed because this wakens up your whole body. So it would not be something you would want to do. Perform this asana very slowly and gently. Work into it. Don't just go into it. Work into it slowly. Excuse me. A little progress every day will lead to great results over a period of time. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Namaste.